Welcome back, 90-Day Fiance fanatics. Get ready, because what you're about to hear will completely blow your minds and possibly shatter everything you thought you knew about one of the most talked about couples in the franchise. Colt Johnson has been secretly in a relationship with a girl from Brazil for the past year. They have gone on room dates multiple times. Colt Johnson's girlfriend's name is Anna. It has been learned from a secret source that Anna is pregnant. They have finally revealed their secret relationship. Colt Johnson and Anna's wedding is set to be officially celebrated on January 5, 2026. This isn't just rumor mill chatter. This is a tale woven from whispers on set, leaked insider info, and the kind of chemistry that even the cameras couldn't fully capture. So let's set the stage for those of you who may be new to the Coltverse. Colt Johnson first burst onto our screens, and not in a good way, back in 2018 on 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90 days with his then fiancée, Larissa dos Santos Lima. From the very beginning, it was a disaster. There was the controlling behavior, the weird relationship with his mother, Debbie, who he lived with, the lack of romance, the financial issues, and of course, the arrests. Their relationship was so toxic it spawned 3 seasons of content for them, including Happy Ever After and Pillow Talk. After a messy divorce, Colt tried to reinvent himself. He lost some weight, got a new girlfriend, Jess Caroline, another Brazilian woman, and it seemed like maybe, just maybe, he had learned his lesson. But nope. That relationship also exploded in spectacular fashion on The Single Life, with Jess famously dumping him on the reunion show after revealing he'd been cheating on her with his now ex-wife Vanessa. Since then, Colt has been relatively quiet. He and Vanessa split. He's been living back with Debbie, shocker, and his social media has been a barren wasteland of cat photos and cryptic quotes. We all assumed he was licking his wounds, maybe focusing on his ET job and staying out of the spotlight. Oh, how wrong we were. He wasn't out of the spotlight. He was just building a brand new one in secret with the lights turned off. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. About 3 weeks ago, I received a DM from a source. Now, I get DMs all day, every day. Most are nonsense. Some are interesting. A few are truly explosive. This one was a nuclear bomb wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a pastel-colored shirt from Kohl's. My source is someone who is very, very close to the situation. I cannot reveal their identity for obvious reasons, but their information has been 100% verified through multiple channels. They reached out to me and said, and I quote, "You need to look into Colt. Everyone thinks he's single and miserable. He's not. He's been in a serious, committed relationship for over a year with a woman from Brazil. Her name is Anna. It's been completely hidden. They talk every night. They've done online room dates, and it's about to get very, very public." My jaw, my friends, was on the floor. A whole year, while he was supposedly moping around Las Vegas, while we were all making memes about him and Debbie sharing a microwave dinner, he's been carrying on a full-blown international romance. Naturally, I had a million questions. Who is she? How did they meet? How have they kept this a secret? What's a room date? And most importantly, why the secrecy? My source began to slowly feed me information, piece by piece, and the picture that emerged was absolutely wild. Let's break down the timeline. According to my source, Colt and Anna first connected online in the summer of last year, around July or August of 2023. Now this is crucial. This is after his split from Vanessa, but while he was still, publicly at least, playing the sad, single guy. My source wasn't sure of the exact platform. It could have been a dating app, a language exchange app, or even through a mutual friend in the Brazilian community. But wherever it was, they hit it off instantly. The source said Colt was apparently captivated by her. She's described as stunningly beautiful, very sweet and patient, and completely different from anyone he's ever been with. She doesn't have a past in the 90-day world. She's not an influencer. She's a normal woman from a city in southeastern Brazil. We believe the state of Minas Gerais, but we're confirming that. They started talking every single day, texting throughout the day, and then long video calls at night. This became their ritual. While Debbie was asleep, Colt would retreat to his room, or his man cave, or wherever he goes, and spend hours on video chat with Anna. And this is where the room dates come in. My source explained that Colt and Anna, to make their relationship feel more real and less long distance, would have what they called room dates. This is actually kind of cute, I have to admit. They would both order the same kind of food, like pizza or sushi, and have a meal together over video chat. They would watch the same movie or TV show at the same time and react to it. They'd even just hang out. She'd be folding laundry in Brazil. He'd be tinkering with his computer in Vegas. And they'd just have the video call running for hours, just to feel each other's presence. It's a level of effort and emotional intimacy we have never, ever seen from Colt Johnson. With Larissa, it was about sex and control. With Jess, it was about rebellion. With Vanessa, it was convenience. But with Anna, my source insists, it's different. He's apparently softer, more attentive, more genuine. He's not playing a character for the cameras. This is the real, unfiltered Colt, and she brings it out of him. But why keep it a secret? Why hide what seems to be a healthy, positive relationship? My source gave a few reasons. First, and most obviously, is his reputation. Colt Johnson is a reality TV villain. He knows how the public sees him. He wanted to protect Anna from that immediate whirlwind of hate, scrutiny, and comparison to his exes. He wanted to build something solid and real with her before the world got its claws into it. Second, and this is a big one, Debbie. Oh yes, Mother Debbie. According to the source, Debbie did not approve, at least not at first. She was wary of another foreign woman, another Brazilian woman specifically, after the Larissa and Jess dramas. She was worried about being replaced, about being pushed out. Colt, ever the mama's boy, didn't want to cause a rift, so he kept it quiet from her for the first few months while he tried to slowly warm her up to the idea. Can you imagine the conversations at the dinner table? More meatloaf. Colty. Yes, mother. Also, I'm in love with a woman from Brazil. Please don't be mad. Apparently, he eventually won Debbie over by showing her pictures of Anna and talking about how kind and traditional she is. The source says Debbie is now cautiously optimistic. And the third reason for secrecy, the producers. 90-Day Fiancé is Colt's meal ticket, his source of income. My source believes that Colt was keeping this relationship in his back pocket as a storyline for a future season. He wanted to get everything perfectly lined up, the visa process, Debbie's approval, a solid foundation with Anna, before pitching it to Sharp Entertainment. He wanted to control the narrative this time, instead of being a victim of it. So, the million-dollar question. Who is this mystery woman who has tamed the untamable Colt Johnson? Let's meet Anna. Her full name is Anna Carolina. She is 28 years old, making her several years younger than Colt, but not drastically so. She is from Belo Horizonte, the capital city of Minas Gerais state in Brazil. It's a huge, bustling city known for its food and culture, a world away from the small-town girls he's been with before. My source provided a few key details about her background. She is not from a wealthy family, but she is educated and has a stable career. She works as a dental hygienist, a normal, respectable job. She is fluent in Portuguese, obviously, and speaks conversational English, which she has been rapidly improving since meeting Colt. Apparently, he's been trying to learn Portuguese as well, using apps and her tutoring. Can you imagine Colt speaking Portuguese? I'd pay to see that. Now let's talk about her personality, because this is the most fascinating part. According to my source, Anna is the antithesis of Larissa. Where Larissa was loud, demanding, and obsessed with glamour and fame, Anna is described as quiet, gentle, family-oriented, and low maintenance. She doesn't wear a lot of makeup. She's not obsessed with designer labels. Her Instagram, which is private, and trust me, you won't find it, is apparently full of pictures of her with her family, her friends, her dog, and her travels around Brazil. She's authentic. My source said something that really stuck with me. Larissa wanted to change Colt. Jess wanted to conquer Colt. Vanessa wanted to fix Colt. Anna, just accepts Colt. She sees the good in him that he never shows on camera. Now, whether that's true or just the rose-colored glasses of a new relationship, it's a powerful statement. She apparently knows all about his past. She's seen the shows. She's seen the memes. And according to the source, she doesn't care. She believes the persona on TV is not the real man she talks to every night. She sees a sensitive, funny, intelligent guy who has been misunderstood and vilified. She feels she connected with the real Colt Johnson, not the 90-day fiancé Colt Johnson. This, of course, is a classic trope in the 90-day universe. You don't know the real them. They're different with me. But it's a compelling one. Did Colt finally meet someone who doesn't want anything from him but his company? Someone who isn't using him for a green card or a spot on TV? It's possible. Or is she just the most brilliant strategist of them all? Only time will tell. The relationship with Debbie is also a key factor. The source says Anna has been incredibly respectful and patient with Debbie. She makes a point to say hello to her on their video calls. She asks Colt about his mother's well-being. She's apparently sent small gifts from Brazil for Debbie. This long-game approach seems to be working, as Debbie's initial frostiness has reportedly thawed significantly. She sees Anna as less of a threat and more of a potential caregiver, someone who might actually help take care of her Colty instead of fighting with him. So, to summarize, Anna appears to be a sweet, normal, stable woman from Brazil who, for reasons known only to her, has fallen in love with Colt Johnson through a computer screen. For a year, and they've managed to keep the entire world from finding out. Until now. All right, you've waited long enough. Let's get to the part of the story that changes absolutely everything. The twist that no one, and I mean no one, saw coming. About 2 months ago, the secret relationship faced its biggest challenge yet, and its biggest blessing. Anna found out she was pregnant. I'm going to give you a second to pick your jaw up off the floor. Go on. I'll wait. Okay? Okay. According to my source, this was not exactly planned. Colt was apparently shocked when Anna told him. My source described him as being a whirlwind of emotions, terrified, excited, panicked, and happy all at once. This is, of course, a life-changing event for anyone, but for Colt Johnson, a man who can barely take care of himself and his cats, the idea of fatherhood must have been utterly petrifying. The source says Colt's first reaction was worry for Anna's health, worry about the distance, and worry about how they would make it work. But after the initial shock wore off, he became incredibly supportive. He immediately started researching prenatal care in Brazil. He's been sending her money for vitamins and doctor's appointments. He's been reading pregnancy books. He's apparently on the phone with her constantly, checking in on her, asking how she's feeling. This is a side of Colt we have never, ever witnessed. The provider, the protector, the attentive partner. Is it genuine or is it panic? Probably a mixture of both. But the pregnancy added a ticking clock to their secret. They could no longer casually date online for another year. They had to make concrete plans and fast. The number one priority became getting Colt to Brazil to be with her for the pregnancy and the birth, and then to start the process of bringing her to the United States. This, my friends, is when the secret started to become impossible to keep. You can't easily hide international travel, visa applications, and the arrival of a human child. The walls were closing in. They knew they had to come forward on their own terms before someone else exposed them. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The timeline. Anna is currently, according to my source, in her first trimester. She's due in late 2024. This means the baby was conceived, well, the old-fashioned way. But how? They've never met in person. But that's where you're wrong. My source dropped another bombshell. Colt and Anna have met in person. Not once, but twice during this secret year-long relationship. The first time was this past November, around Thanksgiving. Colt told everyone, including Debbie initially, that he was going on a solo trip to a tech conference in Denver. A perfectly plausible, boring Colt-like excuse. Instead, he booked a flight to Brazil. He spent 10 days there with Anna and her family. This was their first meeting. The source says it was magical, and confirmed everything they felt online. This is, without a doubt, when the baby was conceived. The second trip was just a few weeks ago in February. He went back for a shorter visit under the guise of a work retreat. This was likely when she told him the news face to face, or at least when they confirmed the pregnancy together with a doctor. This proves the relationship is not just a digital fantasy. It's physically real. And now, it's biologically permanent. The existence of this baby is the catalyst for everything that's happening now. It's the reason the secrecy is over. It's the reason they're finally going public. So how did the reveal happen? It was quiet, but calculated. Just 3 days ago, Anna changed her Instagram profile to public. It's still under a slightly different variation of her name, making it hard to find, but it's out there. She didn't post a grand declaration. She simply started posting normal couple stuff. But for those in the know, it was a screaming announcement. Colt, on the other hand, has been slower to update. His Instagram is still mostly cats, but he has liked every single one of her new posts. For Colt Johnson, that's the equivalent of a billboard in Times Square. Furthermore, my source confirms that Colt has officially told the 90-day fiancé producers about Anna and the pregnancy. The ball is now in their court. Can you imagine the pitch? Remember me? So, I have a secret Brazilian fiancé that I've been hiding for a year. And she's pregnant, and we're getting married. Wanna film it? They are probably salivating at the prospect. This is ratings gold. The fan reaction on obscure forums and private groups has been, as you can imagine, absolutely insane. The main subreddits haven't caught on yet, but it's only a matter of time. People are shocked, disgusted, fascinated, and weirdly hopeful. There's a sense that maybe, just maybe, this could be Colt's redemption arc. Or it could be the most spectacular crash and burn in franchise history. There is no in-between with Colt. With a baby on the way, the next logical step is, of course, marriage. And they are not wasting any time. My source has confirmed that Colt and Anna have set a wedding date. January 5, 2026. Mark your calendars, because that is the day Colt Johnson plans to tie the knot for the third time. Now, why that date? It's specific. A few reasons. First, and most importantly, it gives them time. The baby will be over a year old by then. That allows Anna to recover from childbirth, enjoy her baby, and then focus on planning a wedding. It also gives them ample time to navigate the complex K-1 fiancé visa process. They will likely file the visa application immediately, with the hope that she and the baby can come to the States well before the wedding date. The wedding itself might be the final step filmed for the show, the culmination of their journey. The source says the wedding is planned to be a dual celebration, one in Brazil with her family and friends, and one in Las Vegas with his family, and well, probably just his mom and a few cousins. I can't imagine the guest list will be huge on his side. What will this wedding look like? The source says Anna wants a traditional, elegant, and intimate ceremony. She's not interested in a loud, dramatic, TV-friendly spectacle. She wants it to be about their love and their new family. Of course, if TLC is footing the bill, that might go out the window. Producer Matt Sharp convincing them to get married at the Excalibur Hotel with a jousting theme. Actually, don't. That's too terrifying. The big question is, will Debbie be the mother of the groom, or the officiant? Will she give Colt away? Will she insist on a +1 for herself? The dynamics of this wedding will be fascinating to watch unfold. Now that we've laid out all the facts, let's get analytical. Let's break this down. First, Colt's pattern. He has a type, Brazilian women. This is his third Brazilian fiancé. Is it a fetish? A preference? Or is he simply attracted to the culture and the passion that Brazilian women are known for? Psychologists could have a field day. On one hand, it shows a clear pattern. On the other, maybe the third time's the charm. Maybe he's learned from his past mistakes and finally found the right one. Second, the secrecy. This is a man who has lived his entire adult life on camera. The need for privacy, for something real that wasn't for public consumption, must have been overwhelming. This secret relationship was his sanctuary. It was the one part of his life he didn't have to perform for anyone. That's actually very human. We can all understand wanting something just for ourselves. Third, and most importantly, Debbie. How does she really feel? The source says she's on board, but is she? Or is she just playing along because she has no choice? A baby changes everything. Debbie's role as the #1 woman in Colt's life is about to be challenged not by a wife, but by a child. That is a primal shift. Will she be a loving grandmother, or will she be a jealous gatekeeper? This, my friends, will be the central conflict of their future seasons. Bet on it. The fan theories are already flying. Is Anna pregnant with Colt's baby? Is this all an elaborate hoax for a TV payday? Is Colt being catfished? The most popular theory is that this is Colt's last, desperate attempt to stay relevant and on TV, and he's dragging an innocent woman and child into his mess. But this is the 90-day fiancé universe, so I'm also keeping a fire extinguisher handy for when it all inevitably bursts into flames. So there you have it. The full, unbelievable story of Colt Johnson's secret year-long relationship with Anna from Brazil, their secret baby, and their planned wedding for 2026. What do you think? Is this true love, or a disaster waiting to happen? Is Anna his saving grace, or is she in for the rudest awakening of her life? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. More update. 90-day fiancé. Colt Johnson has reportedly moved on with a Brazilian girlfriend after all the drama with Courtney. Meanwhile, Courtney has claimed that Colt cheated on her and now regrets choosing him over Usman. Colt and Courtney have shared a major update about their relationship, leaving fans wondering, are they still going strong? Adding more fuel to the fire, Courtney has exposed Colt's alleged erectile dysfunction, while Vanessa confirmed that he secretly uses Viagra. All in all, Colt and Courtney's relationship remains surrounded by controversy and speculation. I will explain everything. After his relationship with Courtney ended, 90-day fiancé Hunt for Love's Colt Johnston began dating a Brazilian woman. After divorcing his Brazilian first wife Larissa, he dated another Brazilian woman named Jess. He fell hand over heels for Courtney the moment they met. Like Usman, he pursued her relentlessly. Despite Courtney's preference for Colt over Usman, she quickly made it public that he had an affair. After choosing him over Usman, she felt remorse. Her feelings for Colt deepened, but she eventually left him for another reason. His third wife, Vanessa, verified that he had erectile difficulties when they were in the bedroom. Allegedly, he subtly subsists on Viagra. He countered by saying he had fun doing it with Courtney. After yet another mishap broke one of his legs, Colt Johnson was taken aback. Just as in the Hunt for Love episode where he tumbled down the stairs, he ended up in the hospital. When his tragedy occurred, Courtney felt responsible for it. However, he is being pulled off course by his own fate. Sharing the news on Instagram, he said he's on crutches. In front of a famous structure, Colt posted a photo of himself in agony. The vehicle accident happened while he was in Brazil. According to him, he is doing considerably better now that he is healing. This made a lot of his admirers question whether he is indeed cursed. The former software developer had a serious injury in 2025 after suffering a dislocated limb in a trampoline accident in 2022. The romantic life of Colt Johnson has lately been the subject of much attention on TLC. Underneath his seemingly bad luck, he is leading a life of dreams. The identity of Colt's genuine girlfriend has been revealed by Shabuti of Instagram account shabuti.com. Diana Abreu is her name, they said. An Instagram screenshot featuring Diana's face was shared by the 90-day blogger with her readers. Everyone could tell from her bio that she works as a veterinarian in Brazil's Manaus. While Colt is getting medical care, she is lagging behind. Sistema Único de Saúde SUS is the name of the country's free and mandatory healthcare system. Diana has facilitated Colt's rehabilitation for his re-injured limb. He was better off after meeting the woman and receiving treatment. Shabuti referred to him as a real eater who is well known on reality TV and has American citizenship. After a string of failed relationships, he has become an internet celebrity and seems to have no trouble striking up conversations with new women. Colt is the most wanted man because he has a long history of successful relationships. But there are certain secrets of his own that the most recent episode revealed. Some commenters questioned the motivations of the Brazilian girls who are interested in the reality celebrity. He recognized him as a celebrity when someone came forward to say they talked to him on Tinder. Courtney claims Colt cheated on her, regrets choosing him over Usman. On Hunt for Love, Courtney Reardons was entangled in a love triangle with Usman Umar, Colt Johnson, and herself. Colt became more important to her, and she eventually left Usman for him. Even though there were several warning signs, the 90-day fiancé celebrity nevertheless decided to go ahead and marry him. It came as a shock to Reardons to hear that Johnson was a homeless man with a broken limb, who was also unemployed. Following their time at the resort, she begged her parents to allow him move in with them. The TLC star had faith in him and was willing to give their romance a go. But it seems like Courtney is kicking herself for picking him over Usman. She has recently spoken up about their trust concerns and his suspected adultery. Some disturbing aspects regarding their connection were revealed by the reality TV star. Was Colt unfaithful to Courtney? Is their relationship over? The stars of 90-Day Fiancé, Courtney Reardons and Colt Johnson, have remained mum regarding the details of their relationship. They keep their relationship under wraps and never share any updates together. Colt and Swoon discussed their connection in a recent chat. The presenter was curious as to whether or not he and Courtney were still together. However, they were careful not to provide any plot details in the first place. He pleaded with his audience to hold off on finding out the truth until the tell-all episodes. I feel like there will be a lot of surprises between Courtney and me, the TLC performer said. The reunion, according to Johnson, will be a fascinating experience. He reportedly broke up with Courtney after the show, according to multiple sources. The second woman reportedly cast him out of her home after accusing him of infidelity. Despite the show's conclusion, TLC has ensured that reunion episodes of Hunt for Love will feature even more anarchy and drama. The network has just released the first sneak peek at the next tell-all segment, and anticipation among fans is through the roof. The dynamics of Courtney and Colt's relationship were discussed in the video. She surprised her fans when she admitted that her spouse had betrayed her. He was allegedly preparing to meet up with another woman. According to her, a girl sent in roses, the 90-Day Fiancé actor revealed. Following the disclosure, Colt appeared quite ashamed. Sukanya Krishnan, the show's host, so inquired, "Does any part of you feel like you made the wrong decision?" No word on whether Courtney feels remorse for her choice has come from her yet. The man who was going to fight Colt, Usman, also had something to say about it. The second actor made an effort to weigh in on the alleged infidelity of his co-star. Defending Colt caused Tim Malcolm to lose his composure. Out of his frustration, he slammed the TV and yelled, "F you, Usman." Refrained from speaking. The dynamics of the other relationship were also hinted at in the teaser. Tiffany Franco voiced her dissatisfaction with others' lack of respect. It seemed like no one on the show was ever honest with her, but she felt that same about everyone else. But when Courtney had a disagreement with her co-star, things became hot. Courtney and Colt share a major update on their relationship. Are they still going strong? Hunt for Love was a place where 90-Day Fiancé's Courtney Reardons and Colt Johnson became close. At first, the former's intention was to avoid ever seeing the latter. His past relationships with ladies like Larissa Lima made her want to avoid him. Vanessa Guerra was Johnson's girlfriend for a long period as well. But they had a rocky relationship due to his unanticipated leg injury, and they broke up secretly. This reality TV star joined Hunt for Love in the hopes of rediscovering love and settling down with someone permanent. His feelings for Courtney were immediate, and he hoped to take her heart away from Usman Umar. Because of his second leg injury, the reality TV star was able to draw nearer to her. Many viewers are wondering if Courtney and Colt actually reached the series' conclusion. Is their relationship ongoing? How are they currently behaving? It took some time for Courtney Reardons to realize how she really felt about Colt Johnson. She hated herself and started crying uncontrollably when the other person injured his leg in an accident. Because she didn't want to leave him while he got better, the 90-Day Fiancé star chose to stay by his side. Yet a large portion of the audience assumed that Courtney had affections for Colt beforehand. No matter how much Usman knew, he still expressed his feelings to the former. Prior to his competitor's return from the hospital, he aimed to take his shot. Oddly enough, Johnson's leg injury actually brought him closer to Courtney. He went so far as to try to win her over with a romantic setup and a humorous photo. In the series' conclusion, Reardons chose Colt over Usman after feeling sorry for him. Many viewers continued to root for her and Colt's romance after the show ended. In his pursuit of Courtney Reardons, Colt Johnson spared no opportunity. This resort had to let him go early due to his unforeseen leg injury. The TLC star, however, wasted no time in pursuing a closer relationship with his co-star. At first, Courtney was apprehensive due to the significant warning signs. His broken limb, unemployment, and lack of housing were all revealed to her. Regardless, the reality TV star chose him to give their romance a shot. In a recent exclusive interview, Courtney and Colt discussed their relationship. Upon hearing about the show, the former revealed her initial reaction. "Sign me up," she said. "Appoint men whom you believe to be of excellent quality. Yes, we can accomplish this." In the last episode of 90 Days, Colt was chosen by the bride and her parents were asked to let him live with them after he returned from the resort. In the tell-all preview, Reardons surprised viewers by saying her partner had been in contact with other women and was preparing to meet up with them. Regarding his present dynamics with Courtney, Colt did not provide any precise update. To discover how their lives will develop, he advised Swoon to hold off until the tell-all. "A lot of surprises are in store for me and Courtney," according to the TLC personality. The reunion will, in Colt's opinion, be a fascinating event. The fact that Courtney forcibly removed Colt from her home following his injuries is well known by fans as evidence that the couple's fortunes did not improve. Cast member Courtney of 90 Day Fiance recently came up about her trust issues with Colt. The fact that he received flowers, she insisted, meant that he might be chatting with someone out there. When the woman he was talking to heard about his accident, she sent flowers for him, and this is when Colt confessed it. But Courtney has made it plain that closing his talking stage network globally is a must for Colt's desire for an exclusive relationship with her. That he was making an effort to rectify the situation was acknowledged by the latter. Knowing that Colt has a history of infidelity scandals, Courtney is being cautious. The second one just recently came clean about how the couple still hasn't tied the knot. It came as a total surprise to everyone because they thought Courtney and Colt had exhausted every possible solution. The sheets aren't totally dry just yet though. However, there's more. After TLC shared the video on social media, Vanessa Colt's ex-wife was fast to add fuel to the fire by making more accusations. Still, poor Colt attempted to hide his actions by claiming that his pain and drugs were to blame. He stated that he was somewhat forceful but was limited in his movements due to his leg issue. But now that the secret is out, his viewers are mocking him. Have you any thoughts? Please share your feedback with us below. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.